On the front row of the grid, my camera alongside him. The lights will go green now, and it's a good start from everybody. An amazing start from Guali off the fifth row of the grid. Absolutely incredible as they beam down towards turn one. It is to be my camera who leads the way. Ross Lowrigan spins it at Paddock Hill, and he's joined there by Kalyan as well. Incredible scenes here at Gran Turismo. Zanani just leads the way from Karan. Zanani goes deep, and so does Karan. All sorts of cars off at Druids Hill. What a shame. Around there they go. It is going to be Hammer in second place then. So he's been overtaken for the lead of this race by Paul Rennie. James Jacobs holds on to third position at the moment. On board with the leader through Surtees they go. Paul Rennie leads the way in that McLaren 650S. He's sitting very pretty there in the 15 plate car. Down the hill they come and in towards Westfield's an incredible corner. This is an incredible section of the lap. Mike Hammer there in the Jaguar F-Type, of course. If you fancy having going the Jaguar F-Type, by the way, of course they are offering passenger rides in the open top Jaguar F-Type out the front of the Compbox Arena. Meanwhile, Mark Kieran, he started down the back end of the field, but he's already up in the fourth place as James Jacobs goes deep, as does Mike Hammer. So both of those are losing positions through there. Hammer down to fifth place, James Jacobs in fourth position at the moment. I apologise, it wasn't Jacobs who went deep, it was just Mike Hammer. Meanwhile, Vincent Herb is sitting there in sixth place. Vincent Treadway in seventh at the moment. Meanwhile, on board with James Jacobs, the Australian, looking to get himself up into a podium position. Mark Kieran sets a personal best lap, but he's not quite the pace of Paul Rennie, who's out in front of this one at the moment. Still on board with Jacobs through Paddock Hill Bend. Wilbo in front of him. Incredible racing, a lot of French drivers comprising this race, as you can see with the graphic on the left-hand side of your screen. Going wide out of that corner, it is Wilbo. He's getting overtaken by Mike Hammer. Hammer moves up into fourth place. Wilbo down into fifth position. Vincent Herb still holding on to sixth place. Let's get an instant replay of that incident. Here we are, Wilbo around into Druids Hill Bend. Far too much cornering speed, runs it wide, and that allows the door to open for Mike Hammer. Meanwhile, Wilbo fighting back against Hammer. Incredible through Surtees. Over the brow of the hill they come, and they'll come down side by side in towards the right-hander of Westfields. This is an incredible part of the lap. Up the hill they come into the right-hander. Hammer's got the better of Wilbo at the moment. Incredible racing here between the top five cars. Further down the order you can see Zanani just holding on to 10th place ahead of Paquette and Kalyan. Kalyan has just overtaken Astri. Astri meanwhile gets him back to 12th place. Paul Rennie out in front of the Britain. That 650S is looking very, very confident and very comfortable indeed as he comes over the timeline for the final lap, and it's going to be a victory for Paul Rennie here at Brands Hatch GP. What a race that was. Mark Kieran then will hold on to second place, and James Jacobs is going to finish in third. Round of applause please for the drivers. What an incredible race here we've had at Brands Hatch GP. Mike Hammer actually will finish in fourth place. James Jacobs got him on the last lap there, so it must have been a bit of a slight incident. Vincent Herb will finish in fifth place. Wilbo will finish in sixth place. Treadway will finish in seventh. Grenard will finish eighth. And Guali ninth, with Zanani rounding out the top 10. Well, what an incredible race that was at Brands Hatch GP. The final runners just coming through the field now to complete their final lap. On board with Zanani at the moment. He's got Paquette just in front of him. Zanani finishes in 11th position. Kalyan will finish in 12th, just behind in the BMW Z4. Astri lost out in that last lap. He finishes down in 13th place. Was Ross Thorogood, of course, who had that spectacular off on the first lap of Paddock Hill Bend. Finishes way down in 14th position. There we are, confirmation of the final results, and all the drivers getting through relatively cleanly in that race. Close between Vincent Herb and Wilbo in 5th and 6th position. Just a second separating those two.